All right, and I guess we'll see what the weapons of choice will be this time around too. We saw complete domination with the various sloshers. We see two splatlings.
A mini and a squeezer, you say?
We see two different kinds of splatlings on the and a Tentabrella from Global
Yeah, first
Breakout.
time seeing that Tentabrella tonight, which has been somewhat surprising as far as I'm concerned. You know, generally Tentabrella being an extremely good weapon for Clan Blitz, having that Brella cannon that you can push forward in front of you, along with those bubbles. I imagine we're going to try to see, or we'll see Fluffy at some point go up the side corridor to get right to that basket, or just go right at the middle here. With those bubbles and Brella Canopy, but he is going to get called out by the bubbles and some of the other members of Euphoria. No one really from Global Breakout quite able to do it or quite able to throw in that clam for a little bit of extra time, but they do get a super clam in and will throw in a couple of extra to get a small little push going here.
That's a nice early lead.
Yep, definitely the kind of push you want to make. I mean, as mentioned early on, the last thing you really want to do is just throw in your single power clam and get done with it. Getting in a little bit of that change puts a lot more pressure onto your opponents and for the kind of push that they have to make.
Global breakout. Slowly, oh man, they were looking for another window there. Not only did they not find it, they ended up losing the little bit of push that they had. So it's just like, just looking at these weapons from Global Breakout, you wouldn't think that this combination should work. Two Splatlings and a Tentabrella and Clan Blitz, that's not exactly my first choice of weapon for any of those. But they're making it work, and they're making it work extremely well. That just shows, goes to show you that you know, you can really make any weapon work as long as you're good at it, and as long as you have good teammates.
Well, we also got that recent buff to minis to allow them a little bit more mobility, especially when firing their jump rates. So a little bit of that extra change, I think, coming into play here.
There's the push from Euphoria to get that power clam in. Looks like Leotos is there with some more clams to try and get the score a little lower. Wasn't quite able to throw them into the basket in time, though.
Yeah, both those members of Euphoria were kind of lingering around, trying to get a pick as soon as possible, but Global Breakout, you know, being able to stay alive there was just enough to buy them enough time for that barrier to close back up. So Euphoria are going to need another clam, which they have here.
Just lost it, though.
Yeah, just lost it. Not quite going to be able to get the picks that they need in order to fully push up.
I'm seeing
Scooting.
I'm seeing Global Breakout over there powering up their clam. They're getting ready for a nice push. And of course, there's the Pity Clam and Global Breakout side too that no one's picked up yet either.
Preempto splashdown there from Scoot.
I thought that would. I must have misseen that. It looked like there was somebody underneath it and they didn't die from it. Huh, whatever.
I think they fell back, is what happened.
Okay.
Nonetheless, getting those clams pretty dead even. The score is not that different overall. Really, it's going to come down to one more push from either team. So whoever's going to make that mistake first, both of them are trying to rush it to see who does it first. Euphoria is able to get that basket in, and are just
they got
slamming clams
and
into
Global
it.
Breakout with 3 down. This is just the break that Euphoria needed. The breakout, you might say, that Euphoria needed. So they got all the way down to 31. Remember that Global Breakout got the early lead. They're still pushing it down all the way to 19. And Toast coming in with a few more clams all the way down to 10. Just super close to getting that knockout there.
That's finally going to be it, though.
But this is going to be really 4 power clams.
That's a really solid. That's wow. Yeah, wow. How about that? That was just really solid from Euphoria. That's I mean, they got a big deficit now. They have to throw in 2 power clams in order to start taking down more points. But that is just such a solid lead, and with only a minute left, Global Breakout really has their work cut out for them. But this might be it.
The work cut out as they quickly cut the work.
There are 3 clams that just went in there, and they still weren't able to get the lead back.
But it doesn't quite look like they staggered them well enough. Muti isn't going to have enough time to throw those last couple of clams in. So Euphoria, hoping to try to hold on to this lead as much as possible. They only have 30 seconds left to wear down on the clock, and then whatever overtime comes their way. So we'll see what can happen here from Euphoria if they can kind of keep this lead.
I would really like to see at this stage, Euphoria clearly has a lead. There's a massive penalty. They need to be out on the map picking up clams. They need to effectively be destroying as many of these clams, get them out of Global Breakout's hands to prevent any more of these pushes. And already, 10 points down. We are just one more power clam from this being a 5-point match.
And there goes Fluff Tub. Yeah, there goes Fluff Tub. That's pretty much going to be it.
Yeah, that second power clam wasn't going to be able to get back in. That's going to be game there. Euphoria taking game 1 here.
Just goes to show that even though the early lead is what you should go for, it doesn't mean that you've instantly won the game. Global Breakout got the early lead, but once Euphoria took the lead, they just never let it go. Also, there's a 99 prestige on the other team, which, man.
Oh, I am more than certain that a lot of the teams that we have seen here tonight have prestige multiple times over.
Yeah, I have no doubt. Well, it looks like the next stage is actually one we haven't seen yet tonight, Starfish main stage. Kind of feel like this is the most balanced stage that there is for Clam Blitz, in my opinion. It's open but not too open. It's big but not too big. There's clams that can spawn just all over the place. And it feels like it's the most balanced, even stage that there is for Clam Blitz.
I think especially so after the map changes for it. I think I'd venture to agree with you, especially after the changes in particular made so that way you couldn't just sit on the middle perch and just toss in clams all day. Making it a bit harder, you have to coordinate your pushes a little bit stronger. But yeah, it's a pretty good map. 10 out of 10.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to when Off the Hook actually singing here in the flesh while we play Turf War. Just waiting on that update to eventually come. Nintendo, I know you're listening. Come on, make it happen. But yeah, as far as Clam Blitz goes, it's not bad. If I were forced to play Clam Blitz against my will, then this is the stage that I would pick.
I get the feeling that you're not a massive fan of Clam Blitz.
And the ironic thing is, that's the rank that I'm highest in. I'm S+4. My favorite rank mode is Splat Zones, and that's my lowest score. I'm only like an S. I'm like, come on, this doesn't make sense.
It's just unfair, really.
Yeah, it is. It's unfair. But this stage I like. This stage I like a lot. And even with a stage like this, there's still hidden pathways for you to go down. You could sneak into the opponent's space and throw your power clam, get some points in without them noticing.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we'll see here if Global Breakout can completely turn around from what they experienced last match. Looks like they're sticking with the same comp, but Euphoria going to pull out a sloshing machine this time around.
Sloshing machine and an Explosher.
Correct?
No, it was a sloshing machine instead of just a regular slosher, I think. Oh, okay. Did they have at least two?
I can't remember.
They might have.
Well, regardless...
I'm old and it was at least 5 minutes ago.
Regardless, Global Breakout with the exact same loadout, basically, so... we saw them do some pretty hefty work with this loadout last game, so... So it'll be interesting to see if this combination of weapons does them any better here. Already pushing Euphoria back a little bit. There's a lot of green on the map, but at the same time,
a lot of clams.
Yeah, at the same time, Global Breakout losing 2 of their teammates right there. So, meanwhile, Euphoria has a power clam and enough clams to divide up another one. So.
Both teams just trying to get a couple of picks, trying to get control of this middle area. That's going to be 2 down now for Global Breakout. Luck's going to have to hide behind this. Baller going to come in for Euphoria, and here come Bubbles as well. So hopefully they'll get at least 1 claim out of this, and they do.
There they go.
There's a little bit of extra change there coming in from Scoot.
That was a push and a half there. Global Breakout's weapons are mostly longer range, I think, between the 2 Splatlings. And then you've also got to make sure you aim really well at that Tinterella, otherwise you lose a lot of precious time trying to reload, or recharge, or whatever the word is, I don't know. But
yeah, I think overall their momentum that they can push with is a lot slower than we're seeing from Euphoria.
Yeah, Euphoria is able to just get in there, squeeze between people, and get some splats, if not just flat-out pushes, with their power clams in ways that Global Breakout just isn't able to get. And we're seeing that here. Global Breakout with their power clam, they're trying to get. You can see how close they really are. Nice use of the Tinterbrella.
Just shove that baller out of the way. We say no to ballers
like
in
they're
this
making the push
house.
there just wasn't enough. Lux Lux is the only one left. Probably
Lux is the
decided.
only one left, going to be forced to retreat there.
Yeah, decided
plenty
that-
of clams, though, sitting here. But unfortunately, no members of Global Breakout able to do that. Lux finally ditching that power clam, getting rid of that echolocator on him. And now Global Breakout going to be forced here to regroup and reassemble their clams if they want to get another push going.
Yeah, that's just so disheartening. They were so close. You saw how close they were. They could see the goal. They just couldn't get close to it because they just kept dying. Then when finally they had the opportunity, it was only one person left, and it was better to just back up instead of just go and get points on the board, because sometimes that's just not important enough. We do see Global Breakout get that basket down right
Three
here.
down now for both sides. Moody's got to get rid of that Booyah Bomb, though, and just run back and throw one clam in. Oh.
He just couldn't. Didn't have time.
If I was Moody, I would have probably have liked to see him try to run back and throw at least one more clam in so that you
It
could
would've
extend
been
that timer
really
even just a
tight,
little
though.
bit. It
Yeah.
would have been real tight, but I think it could have been possible. In any case, Global Breakout here still has a decent number of claims at their disposal. They've got a lot of specials now going into the barrier area with a couple of Tenno missiles and that Booyah Bomb. The Booyah Bomb coming for Euphoria, but nonetheless, Global Breakout still trying to pick off these members of Euphoria from afar before pushing in, and it doesn't really look like that's panning out in their favor.
Yeah, I think their goal right here is just to chip away as much as they can. Lux has this power clam. He's just waiting on an opportunity to go and throw it. Because between this power clam and a few other clams from his teammates, he could get they could get the lead here. But unfortunately, it looks like Scoot had other ideas right there.
Yeah, Lux
It looks
playing...
like Noob might get the throw right there. He did. And there's another power clam coming right up. Got it, and...
Oh, Toast almost following the same footsteps to get a little bit more of that extension. A little bit
Oh
more
no,
points to the board.
Toast! And now Global Breakout is just trying to look for that opening once again. Now they got a bigger deficit to make up.
Yeah, and I think, really, I feel like what it is in this game is we're really not seeing the same sense of aggression from Global Breakout, and they just don't have, any weapons to force that aggression. They're trying to pick off these members of Euphoria from afar, but the second that Euphoria gets in their face,
Fluffy with the
they really
push.
can't do anything. As I say that, though, Global Breakout finally going to
Oh,
get an
there they
opening,
go. That's
get
the
in
lead.
3 power clams,
And
4
two,
power
and
clams.
two
That's going
Euphoria
to be
are
the lead.
dead. This could be a knockout if they could just find the clams.
That won't be the knockout, but we are going to go into overtime here. Euphoria is going to get... Okay, I thought they were going to get a pity claim because the barrier was going to close, but I guess not.
I got it. Take it.
Global Breakout taking that game in a last-minute comeback.
Very well played.
Well played, and it looked like their patience strategy finally paid off for them.